Chapter 4, Microsoft Excel 2016. Learning Objectives. Selecting cells, entering numbers as text, entering date and time, using undo and redo feature, inserting cells, columns and rows, deleting cells, columns and rows, modifying row height and width, copying and moving data, autofill and flash fill feature. Introduction. Microsoft Excel is a software program which enables you to organize, format and calculate data with formulas using a spreadsheet system. You have already learned how to enter data, perform calculations and save the workbook. Now, let us learn the various ways to select and enter data, modify the cell contents, insert or delete cell or columns or rows, using autofill and flash fill feature. Selecting cells. We usually need to select a group of cells to do various operations such as copying, moving, inserting or deleting. Selecting of cells can be done by any of the following ways. To select a row or column, click the row or column heading. To select an entire worksheet, press Ctrl+A or select All button on the top of first row heading. To select adjacent rows or columns, select the first row or column, then hold down the Shift key while you select the row or column. To select non-adjacent rows or columns, select the row or column, then hold down the Control key while you select other rows or columns for selection. Entering numbers as text. If a number is entered in the format like 03462, Excel will drop the leading 0. To contain the leading 0 needed in case of telephone area codes, roll number, etc., type an apostrophe before the number like this, 03462. The data is now treated as text and displayed in the same format as it has been entered. Entering date and time. To choose different format, perform the following steps. Go to Home tab. From Cells group, select Format drop-down arrow. From the drop-down list, click on Format Cells option. Click on Number tab. In Category List box, select Date option to change the format for date or time option to change the format for time. Choose the required format from Type box and click OK button. Using Undo and Redo feature. After making changes in a cell, you may want to cancel the changes and retrieve the earlier data. To undo the last actions done, use the Undo button on the Quick Access toolbar. The Redo command is used to quickly repeat the last actions that you have undone using Undo command. To do so, click on the Redo button on the Quick Access toolbar. Let us understand it with the help of example. Select cell B3, delete cell contents, press Undo, press Redo. Inserting cells, columns and rows. Sometimes while entering data, you may forget to put certain entries. In such cases, you may have to insert some cells, columns or rows in the worksheet. Let us learn how to insert cells, columns or rows in the worksheet. Inserting blank cells. Blank cells can be inserted by the following two ways. Select the range of cells where you need to insert the blank cells. You should select the same number of cells as you wish to insert in the spreadsheet. Now right-click on the range and select the Insert option, or select the Insert button in the Cells group on the Home tab. Click on the Insert Cells option from the drop-down list. In both the situations, you will get the Insert dialog box. There are 4 different options to choose within the dialog box as shown in the figure. Select the required option and click on OK button. Fact file. A range is a group of continuous cells which form the shape of a rectangle. When you select a range, the selection becomes dark with a border around it. Inserting a column or row. Select the column or cell to the left of which a new column is to be inserted. Here we have selected column E. Click on the drop-down arrow of the Insert button in the Cells group on the Home tab and select the Insert Sheet Columns option. Excel inserts a blank column to the left of column E and shifts the entries of column E to column F. Similarly, you can insert a row as you insert a column. Select the row or a cell above which a new row is to be inserted and choose Insert Sheet Rows from the options of Insert drop-down menu. Deleting cells, columns and rows. Deleting cells. Select the range of cells to be deleted. On the Home tab, click on the drop-down arrow of the Delete button and select the Delete Cells option. The Delete dialog box appears showing 4 options. Choose an appropriate option and notice the change. Deleting columns or rows. Select the column that is to be deleted by clicking on its header. Click on the Delete drop-down menu in the Cells group on the Home tab and select the Delete Sheet Columns option. Or right-click on the header of the selected column and choose Delete option. Likewise, you can delete a row as you delete a column simply by clicking on the row header and choosing Delete Sheet Rows from the options of Delete drop-down button, or right-click on the row header and select the Delete option. Modifying row height and width. We can modify the standard row height and the column width of the worksheet as per the requirement in Excel. The default value for row height and column width is 14.4 points and 8.11 points respectively. Fact file. To insert a blank column or row, right-click on the cell and select the Insert option from the pop-up menu and select the desired option from the Insert dialog box. To modify the row height, select the row. In the Cells group on the Home tab, click on the Format button. Click on the Row Height option. The Row Height dialog box displays. Enter the required value and click OK. The change will be shown on the selected row. To modify the column width, select the column. Click on the drop-down arrow of the Format button on the Home tab. From the displayed list of options, click on Column Width. The column width dialog box displays. Enter the required value and click OK. Notice the change on the selected column. Copying and moving data. Copying means duplicating data such as text, numbers, formulae either in the same worksheet or in a different worksheet. Moving means changing the location of data either in the same worksheet or in a different worksheet. The moved or copied data is stored temporarily in computer's memory called clipboard. To move or copy data, use the cut, copy and paste commands. Steps to copy the data are: select the cells or range of cells which you want to copy. Click on Home tab. In Clipboard group, select Copy option. Click on the destination cell where you want to paste the copied data. Again, go to Clipboard group in Home tab and select Paste option. Let us understand it with the help of the example. Steps to move the data are: select the cells or range of cells which you want to move. Click on Home tab. In Clipboard group, select Cut option. Click on the destination cell where you want to move the data. Again, go to Clipboard group in Home tab and select Paste option. Autofill and Flash Fill feature. Autofill. The autofill is the easiest way to fill data automatically in the worksheet cells. Do the following steps to fill data automatically in the worksheet cells. Type January in cell B2. Place the pointer at the lower right corner of the cell. The mouse pointer turns into a cross symbol. Hold down the left mouse button and drag the fill handle up to cell B6. Release the button. The months February to May would display in the cells B2 to B6. Flash fill. Flash fill is a time-saving feature of MS Excel which recognizes the data fill pattern that you use repeatedly in a worksheet and then fills the unfinished series accordingly. Let us try it practically. Make 2 columns, names and initials, in the Excel sheet. Fill the data in names column as shown in the figure. The initials column should have data that is a combination of the first letters of the first name and the last name, like RK for Ravi Kumar. Type RK in the initials column and press Enter key. Click on the Fill drop-down arrow located on the Home tab in the Editing group and select the Flash Fill option. You can also use the shortcut key Ctrl+E. The initials of the remaining entries will be automatically added to the cells of the initials column. Quick backup. Microsoft Excel is a software program which enables you to organize, format, and calculate data with formulas using a spreadsheet system. Put apostrophe to make the entry of digits as text having 0 in the first character. The appearance of date and time on a worksheet depends on the date format applied to the cell. You can modify the cell contents directly and change them with a new entry. The cell contents can also be changed by using F2 key. Autofill is the easiest way to fill data in cells automatically. Flash fill recognizes the data fill pattern that you use repeatedly in a worksheet and then fills the unfinished series accordingly.